Good evening, and welcome to Masterpiece Theater. I'm wearing a ship on my head so I can tell you about today's record. Trenton, Where We Dwell, by Almighty and KD Ranks. Trenton, Where We Dwell is both a classic and obscure at the same time. And it manages that in part just because it's so damn good. It's anthemic. You know, there's all kinds of, we're from Brooklyn kind of stuff, but only one or two that really stand out and get played like that. And for New Jersey, for Trenton, this is the one. And it's obscure, most obviously, because this is the only release Almighty and KD Ranks ever put out, and there was never a full-length album. It's just the one single. But it manages to bridge that divide between obscurity and classic by being also fairly widely released, that enough people got to hear it. That's because it's on a major label. It's on Interscope Records. You'll notice the very familiar label there. So the reason then why you say, well, why haven't I heard of it? Is because this is the very early days of Interscope. This is 1991. Interscope started in 90 or 91, and this record really just didn't get the treatment it deserved. And I mean, if you look at Interscope at that time, it's easy to understand why. I mean, really, this record is an anomaly for them. I mean, this is as real as it gets. And when you look at their label at the time, I mean, this is really sort of before Suge Knight bought Death Row there. So they had guys like, their main acts were sort of like Nine Inch Nails and Primus, and their hip-hop stuff was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and Gerardo, So this stood out, so it's no surprise why this was all they did, and they just sort of, it's a surprise that they actually put this out at all. And it certainly doesn't hurt that it's produced by a master, the one and only Tony D, one of New Jersey's all-time greats. So in Almighty and KD Ranks, obviously you've got the two guys, KD Ranks, who brings the raga chanting kind of stuff, and Almighty Asiatic Star, the main MC. There really is no DJ of the crew or anything, it's just the two vocalists. And of course, Tony D provides all the beats. Also, it features a bonus verse by Tony D himself, and it's just one of those perfect examples of all the elements coming together and just working ideally. It's great flow, it's great rhymes, it's great beats, raga, when you bring in reggae into hip-hop, that can be really hit or miss, but this is an exemplary example, if that's not too redundant, of how reggae can really work in hip-hop without pulling too far away from hip-hop and sort of overshadowing it. A lot of times you get a lot of these guys like Shabba Ranks who sort of hook up with KRS-One, and sort of be sloppy mess, or you get these guys who are too reggae, or where you'd have hip-hop and the reggae would just sort of sound very forced in. In the 90s there was a lot of bad and awkward meshings of hip-hop and reggae, but this is exactly how it should be. This just plays to everybody's strengths. And even better than the original mix is a remix on here. The project mix is even doper. So I'm going to play both clips right in a row. The original, great song, you'd be like, wow, you can't top this. The remix is off the hook. That's the one that I'd say is really a classic. The A-side is great, B-side is a classic.
Trenton, where we live, where we live, where we live. Trenton, where we from. Hey, oh Lord have mercy. Hey, KD in your party. Hey, Almighty in your party. Hey, no styling, no styling. KD and Almighty have a no styling. No styling, yes, no styling. KD and Almighty have a no styling.
It's time to pick up the tempo, start to let my rhymes flow. Show and prove as
Where We Dwell, but that isn't all there is. There is also a B-side track, Lyrics Into This, which is really just a ill freestyle, lyric flexing kind of song. KD Ranks again gets to flex his raga chanting. Almighty comes again. It's again produced by Tony D, so everything really works. It's another great song. I'd say, Trenton Where We Dwell is still the song. I mean, certainly the anthem. But certainly if you were to release Lyrics Into This as its own single, it would be a must-have on its own, too. It's really a dope track, and together it's just one of those awesome, great 12 inches. It's a killer picture cover, 2 great songs, an even better remix. It's got a couple instrumentals on here. It's really got everything you could ask for. And because it's on Interscope, which is, a major label with wide distribution, is not rare at all. So it's not one of those things you're going to be paying, like $100 on eBay for. Even today, you can find it cheap and plentiful. Like the sticker says, when you play it, say it. Well, Warren Von Wallenrod, I think we just met that obligation. Till next time, peace out.
Yes, we do this. Because KD Ranks and Almighty when I talk and miss. See, every time we come and pull up a lyrics. We do this, because when I chat no gimmicks. Oh Lord and mercy. And KD Ranks in your party. And follow me, no lyrics in on this, lyrics in on this. Tell us a KD, me, I mean lyrics in on. Come no, lyrics in on this, yes, lyrics in on this. Tell us Almighty, I mean lyrics in on this.
Almighty Bside, keep a blunt in my pocket. There's no way that you can stop it, so you better just drop it. Cause now is the time for guys to rule. And when the longer middle stays are used as a tool, we stay civilized, wise and on the uprise. Aware of technology and devilish lies, you're out of order. And we think that you oughta sit and be taught. Less about the fathers, a civilization, no time to be wasted. Learn your culture, stick the devil in his place. And step to the side, cause things is getting frantic. My mind is so strong, I can raise the Titanic. Almighty's on the scene, oh shit, it's time to panic. Got your girlie staring at me, cause you know she gotta have it or have it. Get in like my man, Jack climbing like the top test. Pushing along, but we can drag it.
Lyrics in on this, lyrics in on this. Tell us a KD, me, I mean lyrics in on. Come no, lyrics in on this, yes, me lyrics in on this. Tell us Almighty, I mean lyrics in on this. When we come in on the dance, and we no play flash later. Boy, try your thing, you know we must not stop it. Just a KD, me come and dig up in on